Hello everyone, this is G and Jake, and today I'm going to be explaining the basics of currency and all the ways it can be obtained on Arda. Arda currency comes in four main forms: bloodstone, zircon, forged tungsten, and black gems. Black gems are the highest form of currency, with bloodstone being the lowest. 8 bloodstone is a zircon, 4 zircon is a tungsten, and 2 tungsten is a black gem. The easiest way to remember this is that 64 bloodstone, or 1 stack, is equal to 1 black gem. The simplest method, but most tedious for obtaining currency, is diamond mining. 16 diamond ore can currently be traded for 1 bloodstone at traders. Another currency to be considered is vote tokens, which can be obtained via voting for the server on vote sites with /vote. Vote tokens can be exchanged for different things in /traders, most notably vote keys, which give random loot. For brand new players, the skirmish and dungeon worlds, accessible with /skirmish and /dungeon, are actually quite useful. Random chests around the skirmish and dungeon world are repopulated with loot, equivalent to end or ancient city loot, making it easy to get vanilla gear like diamond armor. Steel gear can be sold by right-clicking any enchantment table with the steel piece, giving you 1 to 3 bloodstone based on durability. Using mending on steel gear is the best option, as it allows you to get 3 bloodstone out of every steel piece. Skirmish camps are for players who have obtained steel and or mithril gear. Camps have a difficulty ranging from very easy to very hard. They contain around 5 enemies which, when slain, populate a chest with steel gear, currency, and occasionally mini-boss keys. Mini-bosses and mini-boss keys. With mini-boss keys, mini-bosses can be spawned by placing the mini-boss key on a lodestone block in one of the 6 skirmish towers. Once slain, the chest in the tower by the lodestone will generate loot. Wild looting, that is, looting naturally generated structures in the world, is a decent way of obtaining currency on Arda. Craftsman gear can only be obtained from wild looting, and therefore can be sold to other players for currency. There is also currency and steel gear in wild loot. Quests are another way to generate currency that is more passive. When using the /quest command, a GUI with 2 random items is given. The more resources of this item given to a quest, the more money that will be obtained. To receive the black gem quest reward, many shulkers of items are often required. Skirmish is the main way of obtaining currency on Arda, and it is a PvE event which spawns at the top of the hour every hour at random coordinates in the skirmish world, with a random level between 1 and 8. Beware of skirmish early on, however, as a player with at least a sting and mithril gear can even begin to do level 1 skirmish, often requiring extra teammates and people who have more carnage upgraded on their sword. The number of loot chests spawned from a skirmish is dependent on the level of the skirmish, with each skirmish loot chest containing 1.5 to 3 gems. Loot chest is a PvP event which takes place in the main Arda spawn, and contains exclusive loot, being the Abnegation and Ironclad. The loot chest also contains currency, which the amount varies depending on how many players are online. The Ender Dragon can be killed for Ender loot chests. When the dragon is spawned, it is announced in chat, and when it is slain, a loot chest spawns and announces the coordinates in chat as well. These loot chests have the multi-totem and currency. The chance of getting currency or the multi-totem from dragon loot can be increased by having Dunedain rank or better. Battle event is a PvE event which takes place in the overworld, and during the event, when a player runs the command /battle mobs, mobs begin spawning around you at the highest Y level. The closer a player is to 0-0, the more points the player receives from killing mobs. Killing another player gives you all their points. Catch and Release is an event which takes place in the overworld, and during the event, when a player is fishing, they receive points. The closer a player is to 0-0, the more points the player receives from fishing. Killing another player gives you all their points. Dungeons are the endgame of Arda, and they are not for most players. Even I can't beat a dungeon with my gear. You need at least 60 protection, at least 25 carnage, and at least a bit of smite, and your buddies gotta have the same thing to even have a chance at a dungeon. Dungeon keys obtained from level 6 or higher skirmishes are required to spawn a dungeon. These dungeon keys can also be gotten from vote. Dungeons contain mobs which deal a special type of damage, magic damage, and require a special type of upgrade for your armor, Magical Ward. Magical Ward creates a new type of action bar, which is depleted by the dungeon mobs when attacked. This ward has to be recharged with charged fruit, which is crafted by combining two foods together, such as a golden carrot and another golden carrot in a crafting menu. Dungeon loot chests contain currency and mithril ore, which can be used to upgrade the magical ward even further. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Arda content, and I will be back.